Hello, precious people. Mason Fuller Smith here, and a lot of you have been asking for me to read from my new book, Mangy Old Cats. So I wanted to give you a selection from the preface about the time as a child when I met Jerry Clower. Here we go. Back when I was the director of community engagement for the Boys and Girls Homes of North Carolina, I traveled all over the state speaking at churches, civic clubs, and events. Each time I was welcomed to the stage, the introduction always ended like this. His heroes are Jerry Clower and Jesus Christ. That's right, one of my heroes in life is the late, great Southern extraordinaire himself, Mr. Jerry Clower. Most kids my age did not grow up listening to Clower. Most kids were not as blessed as I was. From as early as I can remember, I was captivated by his storytelling and humor. I just about wore out that old TD 125 Thorens record player listening to vinyl copies of his performances. I still have those records today. If you are unfamiliar with Jerry Clower's work, you probably cannot even begin to imagine the larger-than-life character he was in the working South. He was a true celebrity for a subset of culture who could understand his rural references, his humor, and his truth. One Sunday morning while attending church with my choir singing Grandmother Smith at the First Baptist Church of Bladenboro, North Carolina, the pastor made a big, yet mysteriously cryptic announcement. He was another larger-than-life figure in my childhood. Dr. Harold Shirley, pastor, was a tall man with a strong figure who dominated the airspace with a booming and rich voice. He, too, was a great storyteller in the narrative preaching style that I have also adopted. I can't give you any details. I can't tell you why. However, on this Wednesday night, when you come to prayer meeting, I ask that you wait outside of the fellowship hall doors until I let you in. I have a big surprise for you. He whispered that last line with a big grin and even bigger, sophisticated Southern accent. So we did as he asked. I did not typically go to prayer meetings as a child, as I was a heathen child with a very short attention span, and prayer meetings were only extra credit, not a requirement. But I was curious, so I went. We all lined up outside of the fellowship hall doors, just as Dr. Shirley asked. And at precisely the hour, the doors flung open, and I heard the voice of a Southern angel calling, "How? Y'all come on in." It was the voice I had heard countless times on vinyl gold. It was Jerry Clower. It turns out that Jerry Clower and Dr. Shirley were lifelong friends. As Clower was passing through and spending the night with Shirley, he agreed to a small, intimate meet and greet with the pastor's flock. Wow. It was a secret because if the rest of the county knew Jerry Clower would be there that night, the church would have been overrun. So at a prayer meeting that was a manifestation of my childhood prayers, I got to meet my number 2 hero in life. He signed a copy of a record. He had brought along a few to sell. He told a few jokes. He said my older brother looked like the poster child for Purina dog food. That's another story. He made us all holler with laughter. While I had the chance, I had to ask him what everyone who had ever listened to him always wondered. I asked, "Mr. Jerry Clower," that's literally how I addressed him, "Mr. Jerry Clower, are all of those stories really true?" His response was perfect. "Why, yes, son. But then again, I never let the truth get in the way of a good story." It is in that same spirit of truth that I offer you this book. And I hope these stories will be found by you to be not only true, but truthful, life-changing, encouraging, and hopeful.